Okay, we're starting to get to the point in the game where, and in a lot of ways we've already had this, but almost every move is scripted from here on out. And I've talked about this before. I feel like a lot of when I play and when I create, when I run this game, like, sure, every run can be a little bit different, but in a lot of ways it's usually the same different, if that makes sense. What I mean by that is eventually I think you'll get to a point, almost, like, not entirely, you'll always see, like, I saw something new today, right? But eventually I feel like you get to a point where you've made a big enough if-else bracket in your brain. So if you're a coder, if else, it's just a logic path. If this happens, then I do this. But if this happens, then I do this. So if, else, if, then, just this massive tangle of ifs, and elses. So there still is some variance, I think, in what happens from here on out. And a lot of it has to do with just RNG of, like, missing. And I would say the biggest improv battle coming up next is going to be 7-1. But even that we can manipulate, and I think I can show you how to do that. Anyways, all I'm trying to say is every move that I do from here on out is pretty much just from memory, and I do it the same way basically every time. Okay, with that said, this is chapter 6. Oh, jeez. Wake up, talk to the girl. Hey guys, you made it. Your ship wrecked, but you still made it. Talk to Karen, or is it Kryn? Don't know. Only thing of note that we need to do, and you need to remember this, and sometimes people have indicators for this. If you get poisoned and you don't have any items to cure them, then you got to go visit the priest. The good news is, after chapter 5, there are no more enemies that can poison you. Yes. Answer yes to the girl. So there's no need for any antidotes after this. You can go straight to the priest and cure, and that will take care of Henri's poison that we have. To prep for 6-1, I pass the speed ring from Domingo to Pele, and I equip it immediately. Go to the priest, which is right here. Cure. Okay. Jogert's in, and he is dead. So we're good there. Henri's cured. The only item that I had to pass was... Oh, this can happen. This little boy, NPC, can block you. Push him. Make sure he doesn't go left. And you just gotta be patient, because the game decided to be a jerk to you. Alright, so speed ring over to Pele. He equipped it. What a silly kid! Exactly. So you can go out and start the next battle. Okay, the spot that you want Pele to outturn the 3 artilleries in front of us. And then you want Pele to be in a very specific spot. Make sure you equip Domingo with the mobility ring and move his full movement. Super important that he moves his full movement every single turn. Alright, Pele outturns. You want him to be 2 spots above Henri. This will pull the artillery. And the artillery will almost always produce 1 2-man formation and 1 1-man formation. In this case, because my Domingo is so over-leveled, I'm going to have Henri take out the 2-man formation, and Tao can Blaze 3 the other formation. We have... Yep, this is all fine. So Tao, Blaze this one. And then we'll have Pele pass the speed ring to Balbaroy. So just move Domingo right on past. Send Henri in to freeze 3 and kill the artilleries. Henri has 31 NP, so she is quite fine for the next battle. We want her to have 3 freeze 3s. Sometimes she doesn't, and there's strategies to work around that. Alright, so we pass the speed ring to Balbs. Now Balbs will equip that speed ring and basically just follow behind Domingo for the rest of this level. So equip the speed ring. This is about as far as you can move. I wouldn't dare move much further. As long as you hug, there are hidden enemies in this level. And as long as you stay close to this mountain range, you will not spawn them. Move Domingo as far as you can. Alright, on this turn we're going to boost Balbaroy. Back and forth. Tao. Back. This is really bad turn order. Henri. Domingo. Domingo comes up and he needs to freeze 3 the Doulahan. The Doulahan is the general. Conditions of victory, kill the general in this battle. We need to kill the Doulahan. So we prep it with Domingo with a freeze 2. And then Balbs finishes it with an attack. If you want to be safe, and I recommend you be safe, equip the power ring, save, reset. Runs have died here for me as well. If you don't save, the run could die. If you miss. Smack, level up, attack by 1. Beautiful. We want to see at least 1 attack on that first level. And that's 6-1. Move on to the village. I still haven't had the ring smoke because tutorial. We grab the broadsword after this fight now. So you go straight up to get the halberd, which is in this chest. You pass the halberd to Pele. And it's at this point that you could drop the steel lance since you're right there. Go down the stairs, up and around to find Blue, the dragon. Hey, go away. I don't want to fight, okay? Talk to Kryn or Karen, whichever one this is. In this chest is another shower of cure. Takes a couple seconds to get. I don't see a reason not to get it. I think this one you can leave on max. I'm going to. Talk to Blue. I'm not very confident yet. Blue has joined the force. But he's on the bench, and that's where he will stay. Alright, talk to Kane. Gotta pass some items around. So, Pele needs the power ring. Domingo needs the speed ring. And Tau needs the mobility ring. Go down into headquarters, pop right back out. At this point, you could promote Max. I'm not going to. If he's level 10, you could promote him. Equip the speed ring with Domingo. We want Domingo going before the gargoyles every single time. Please do it for me. Exactly. Please promote Max. Pele outturned the High Priest. We prefer to see the High Priest outturn him, but not in this case. So we're going to use the Halberd just against these 3 golems. The Halberd cast Bolt 1. Nice little AoE, no smoke, cause tutorial. So yeah, the reason we don't like the reason I don't like the fact that Pele outturned the High Priest is because now I have to focus. Yep, I'm used to doing that. Balbs is basically useless this fight, unfortunately. It hurts when things you want to be in the run aren't feasible. It is feasible! I really like the Sword of Light. And you want Tau to Blaze 3, the Master Mage, the Golem, the High Priest, and the other Master Mage. The goal is get rid of the Master Mages and the High Priest. The Golems are weak sauce. Who cares about them? Alright, if you want to save some MP, you can. Just freeze to this group right here. So if you don't have 3 freeze 3s worth of MP, just cast your first freeze 2, first spell as a freeze 2 right there. She's still only level 6. Yeah, Henri's a little underleveled. I have to... My Pele's fast. I don't think this damages the Golem very much. It doesn't damage the Golem at all, in fact. Yeah, he outturned a Gargoyle. It's very scary. Alright, we're going to send Tau across. We're going to send Balbs across. He can be right here and freeze 1 this guy. He's not going to be in range of the gargoyles here. If he were 1 space to the left or 1 space up, he would be. Oh, crap. A ton of defense, which is great, but the speed is actually really disconcerting. So he has a high probability... Oh my gosh, Henri? Are you kidding me? Alright, well, things are happening. This gargoyle, I guess it's good to see, right? So Henri didn't outturn the gargoyle this time. So the gargoyle's AI was engaged, which means that the gargoyle is likely going to head to Max. But Max is just going to stay right here. Now, we need Tau to Blaze 3, this Dullahan, and the Master Mage. The goal is to get rid of the Dullahan here. There's level 8 for Tau. Very nice. Now we're going to unequip the speed ring. 26 speed. Henri's coming over. Don't move Max. If he moves, he triggers the gargoyles. So the one gargoyle will come to his face, and that's okay. All right, we need to boost Pele. So we're going to re-equip the halberd, and we're going to boost Pele. The ring finally smoked. Hey, Eternal. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, this is one of my favorite games from my childhood as well, so I appreciate that you appreciate it. I'm going to move Balbs. I'm a little worried about this golem, to be honest. So I'm going to move Balbs right below Tau. All right, Tau, second turn. She Blaze 3s this group again. Now, we want to see Kain go. Perfect. Henri will come across and she will freeze 3 the group of the High Priest, Kain, and the Master Mage. That was a crit on Kain. A massive crit. You know why? Because it's a tutorial. I'm going to move Domingo into place. I'm going to re-equip Speed Ring. And we're going to freeze 2 this group. So that kills the priest, damages Kain further. Now, this is a YOLO attack from on Pele's part. We can YOLO this because the formation that we're making is Kain is going to want to attack Balbaroi, or Domingo. But Domingo is hiding behind this Doulahan. If Pele goes right into the face of Kain, Kain's just going to move up. So we just YOLO this attack. We come in, boom. Easy as that. That has a chance to miss, but if it misses, we'll save on the next turn. That's fine with me. We're also going to put Balbaroi right behind Domingo just in case. Tau comes up. Blaze 3's Kain. Our hope right now is that Henri goes faster than Kain and she can finish him off. And she did. Freeze 3. And Kain. Listed under recommended smaller communities. How about that? Thanks for popping in and thanks for letting me know that. That's very exciting. So that's the Kain fight, 6-2. The power ring smoked. I flipped my chip, so I need to repair the power ring after this. So we're going to go get the broadsword now because we skipped it before this battle. And Boken can be a troll here. Looks like... Don't speak too soon. He might be okay. Yep, we're good. Sometimes Boken will get in your way and waste a bunch of time. Go to the door, it tells you need 2. Oh, Kain's there. Let's go, Kain. You guys will open the door together. Oh, fat chance with this time. We are now actually coming into basically everyone's least favorite split. I think every viewer's least favorite split. One of the reasons why I think most people don't like this battle is because it requires so many safety saves. We're going to stop at the shop right here because it's closer and there's no NPCs to get in our way. And we're going to repair the power ring on Pele. And then we have to pass that power ring back down to Balbaroi now, along with the broadsword that we just picked up. Along with the speed ring from Domingo. So now Balbs has the broadsword, the power ring, and the speed ring. And Tau still has the mobility ring, and she'll stay. We will continue to have the mobility ring on Tau. To progress the story, we need to talk to both the Karens. First Karen on the left, then Karen on the right. Yes, I want to hear something interesting. No, we don't have the seal. Theoretically, you could have an incredibly fast 6-3 if you just YOLO'd everything and landed everything. But we need Balbs to kill Belials, and Belials have a chance to dodge. So we save for every one of them. Alright, that talked to the two Karens. The boy is moved. We can move on. All the rings have been moved. We can just go right into the battle. Easy peasy. Alright, once again, movement's fairly precise. I always move in the same way, so that way I never do something different, because if I do something different, that's when I start messing up. Talk to Karen, talk to Kryn, leave. Yeah, talk to Karen, leave. And the return is talk to Kryn, talk to Karen. Exactly. Karen on the left, Karen on the right. So first time, talk to Karen on the right, then Karen on the left. Then second time, talk to Karen on the left, talk to Karen on the right. Or Kryn, like CloudCarry is pointing out. So it's Karen, Kryn, Kryn, Karen. Couldn't be more creative. That's not confusing. Send Max right behind Domingo. I really want Pele to hit right here. Lovely. So that's a level up, a little bit of speed, which I'm not excited about, actually. All right, Balbs' turn. We're going to equip the broadsword, equip the power ring. We're going to save. No, you know what? Let's drop the steel sword, and now save. Because we have to boost. And we need to boost Balbs probably 1, 2, 3 more times. So move Balbs to this mountain range, use the power ring. No smoke because tutorial. Keep moving Tau as far as she can. We'll freeze 2 this to make sure we kill it. Domingo needs to go as far as he can, so if you had moved Henri 1 more space further, you would have blocked Domingo, and that causes problems. Because both Tau and Domingo arrived at the next set of enemies just perfectly with their movement. What's up, Elia? Keep moving Pele forward. It's Balbs' turn. We're going to save and quit because the Belial has a chance to dodge, and we do not want it to dodge. We have to land and kill it. So we save to make sure of that. If he misses, we have to reset. So far, so good. Blaze 2 is fine if you want to try to conserve some MP. We use Tau and Domingo pretty heavily here. High Priest starts walking right as soon as Balbs, I think, gets to this lower section. And Domingo comes in and freeze twos this group and takes care of these two enemies. Oh, that's different. Yeah, I guess freeze 2 does have a chance to only roll a 9. That's a little unfortunate. The golem should, or the gargoyle should outturn the golem. I expect it. Actually, it's gonna melee because Balbs is already muddled. No, he wasn't. So now the golem's gonna attack from the right-hand side unless Pele outturns the golem and can... Nope. Yeah, so things are not going to plan. I need this gargoyle to be dead, though, to not block any movement. So, you could save here. I'm just going to go use the halberd. I need the halberd in the next battle, so if this smokes, I'm going back to town to repair it. It didn't smoke, so we're fine. I'm saving here, though, because it's Balb's turn, and we need him to kill another Belial. I ask why you don't use the hero character. I know it's dangerous because if he dies, game over, but he's also potentially very powerful, isn't he? I haven't played this in years. He is very powerful. I spent a lot of time trying to route him in as promotion, the promoted form. It is doable, but it's not the most ideal / most efficient. It ended up costing a little bit of time compared to saving some time. So yes, he is powerful, but you're better off using characters that when they die, they don't cost the run. All right, so what you see on display here is the RNG of this battle. Balbs has missed twice in a row, not able to hit this Belial. That's why we save. It's 3 misses. Another reason why we don't use Max in his promoted form is because we end up using 3 characters that use swords. Musashi, Hanzo, and Balboroy. And Balboroy is actually able to equip the Chaos Breaker. So the one sword that you would probably use for Max, you're not going to use for him because Balboroy, it's too valuable to have it on Max because he can, or on Balboroy because he can fly. He can get anywhere on the map so much faster. Yeah, just like Gremlin says. Okay, level 8, we learned Bolt. We're about on track for Henri. All right, this Belial, yeah. It's unfortunate because Domingo got outturned by the Belial. If Domingo hadn't been outturned by the Belial would have headed up to Domingo rather than to Balboroy. Shouldn't matter. Domingo is close enough to the Belial now that his aggro will take over. Okay, another thing you could save for, but you don't necessarily have to save for, is this next attack from Balboroy on the Master Mage. The reason you might want to save for it is Balboroy has a chance to only do 21 damage instead of 22. So I'm going to demonstrate the safety and save so you can see it. This is what it would look like. Because Balboroy got +1 attack on level 1, I would probably be inclined to not save here. But safety, you save, you do all the damage, you get 3 attack and 4 speed. Beautiful level up. Yeah, I think a lot of people put more time into Shining Force 2 for sure. This was always, I think, my favorite. But the quality of life features in Shining Force 2 always kind of won out. So I think I played Shining Force 2 more, even though I wish that I was playing this one more. It wasn't until I found the speedrun that this game took like way over in priority for me. All right, we need to pay attention to the turn orders now. Balboroy gained 4 speed on his last turn order. So on his last level up. So I expect him to outturn the the golems. I'm pretty sure he did. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna save again. So we're basically save on every turn of Balboroy's. We're going to equip the speed ring and we're going to boost Balboroy again. Because he lost his boost as soon as he gained his level up. Because the boost glitch stopped being effective. Okay, so equip the speed ring, boost yourself, move into position, and we see the golem take his turn. Perfect. Just out of range, it's like you moved in the perfect spot to move the golem. It's like it was planned. We need to get rid of this Belial ASAP. It has 9 HP left. At this stage, oh, you know what? Henri's here. We just freeze 3 it. More experience to Henri too, which I'm always a fan of. It's great. So if Balbs gets outturned by the golem, I'd be very upset. But it is possible, but he didn't. This is one case that I'm not going to save. I'm going to equip the power ring, and I'm going to attack the golem. Perfecto. Alright, a couple things can happen with this High Priest down below. And High Priests are deadly in this game. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. They have extremely high evasiveness, and they have extremely high attack. Oh man. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second to explain. Priests have a variety of actions that can occur with them. So when you see a priest move to the right, in the code, I believe what the priest is actually trying to do is find someone to heal. And if there's no one in range that needs a heal, it moves 1 space to the right. Unless the right is blocked, then it will move 1 space to the left. I think majority of the time it will look to heal someone first. Sometimes they will aggro, and I think it's about 25% of the time they will pick a target that's in range and they will head towards it and try to attack it. High Priest in particular, they have holy staffs, they do a ton of damage. So because of this randomness, even though 75% of the time they're going to move to the right, you have to save to make sure that Balbs doesn't die, because if he decides to aggro and hits Balbs, Balbs is dead. The priests also have a high chance to dodge, so when you go to attack the priest, you have to save for that as well. It is possible that on this turn, the priest, instead of moving right, would have aggroed Balboroy and would have moved straight up to here, which is great because Balbs could then move over and kill the priest from right here on the mountain, and because he'd be on the mountain range, he wouldn't be in on the field of play for this Bone Knight, and the Bone Knight would be like, oh, I'm not going to move to attack him, even though I should. And so when the High Priest moves, that's like most ideal situation. To Cloud's point, you can skip a save here or there if you want to, but you get punished if you're unlucky. Exactly. Alright, I'm trying to conserve enough MP on Tau that she can handle killing the Master Mage and the High Priest if it aggroes. Similarly to Domingo, I'm just going to move Domingo over. I probably should have healed there. Yeah, I definitely need to heal. I should re-download the Genesis collection. Yeah, I think on Steam... Okay, so I'm going to save here on Balbore's turn. Because, one, we're going to kill the Bow Knight, but two, we have to make sure that the High Priest doesn't kill Balbore. This game introduced me to my favorite genre. Even today, most played games are turn-based strategies. Oh, 600 hours in XCOM 2. Wow. I would die if we got a modern Shiny Force. That would be awesome. And in some ways we did. I think what's that Mario Rabbids or whatever? That's kind of like this day and age tactical. All right, the priest just moved right, so we're safe. That priest aggroed Domingo, which is actually great because we're gonna kill it. It's now in range of us. We take care of it right away. I also think Tau is now in range of this Master Mage, and the Master Mage will move up to attack. Alright, we're once again going to save because of the high evasiveness of the High Priest. Yeah, I haven't played the game at all. Good hit, a level up, no attack, but Balbs did get +3 attack. So I'm not really concerned about his stats too much right now. We're going to put Tau right here. Make sure that, well, hopefully that Domingo outturns the Master Mage. It may not be likely, but he did. So he can kill it with a freeze 2 here. And the upper group has done their job. And now it's Balbore's turn to do cleanup on the bottom here. So we have to one more time boost. You could choose to YOLO this, but I say going back to repair is pretty costly at this point. So I prefer to just one more time go ahead and save and boost. So it smoked, so I reset. I do that sometimes. In this case, I do have enough MP to do it. What that does, though, is takes away a kill from Balbore. So if your experience distribution is really tight, and you need Balbore to get that kill, that kind of changes whether or not you want to do that. So that was 2 smokes in a row, right? Looking pretty good, though. Okay, Balbs' turn. He's got the things equipped. If he stays on the mountain when he attacks, the other enemies are not going to aggro him, so it just makes sense to do this. Personal opinion, even though it's more movement, I'm going to have Balbs kill the Golem next. There is a chance, I think, there it is, for the Golem to outturn Balbs. And if you had killed the Master Mage, and then the golem came, and then the golem outturned Valves, then Valves would be dead. Maybe. I mean, he could take one hit. And Valves comes down to finish off the Master Mage. And level up to level 5. Attack by 1, defense 3, speed by 5. It's a bunch, but it's okay at this point. And that's the battle. Okay. Gotta move some items around for 6-4. The movement's pretty precise here, as I've been alluding to. So we need the speed ring on Domingo equipped. And then we need... this is fine. I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and... I'm not going to drop anything yet. I don't need to. Mobility ring is on Valborre, which... Nope, is on Tao, which is fine. Speed ring's on Domingo, equipped, and Domingo has all of his other slots filled up with healing seeds. So we're good to go into battle. Alright, reason we need Domingo to have the speed ring on and equipped, which I think I did, is because we need him to guarantee outturn the gargoyles. So Tao comes here. Henri comes here. And Domingo comes here and then gives the speed ring to Henri. Valves hangs out right behind Henri. Yeah, so the reason we put Tao in what Clouds is explaining is this very situation. We want to guarantee that we get a 3-man formation. It's costing Tao to have to take a hit. So she's either going to take a melee hit or she's going to take a muddle. The gargoyles have a chance to put you to sleep, unfortunately. Luckily, she got muddled. And in this game, muddle is bug, it does nothing. Also, all the gargoyles outturn Pele, which is exactly what we want, because Pele is going to come up and use his halberd on the 3-man formation. If Andre had gone after oh no. He just killed the one guy that mattered. Crits, man. Crits will kill ya. Freeze 3 this group. Just the 2-man group. We're going to get rid of these 2 bow riders, and then Bells is going to take care of the 3rd one. What did you end up doing here, Cloud? Look, luck, good or bad, can be the enemy of speedrunning. You're exactly right. Oh, also we have to remember to equip the speed ring on Henri. We want her to go... You're going to send Tao down? Oh, that's right. Okay. Alright, so unfortunately we don't get to showcase how we want this fight to go. But that is life, right? The other thing is we're going to be... Tao's not level 10 yet, so she hasn't gotten Blaze 4. So everything's going to be a little bit tight here. We want Balbs to go grab the chest on the bottom right because it has the last power potion that we're going to pick up. In the ideal world, yes, we want Tao to have Blaze 4 already, but she doesn't. Does any percent route really include picking yogurt up? It does, yes. He's kind of used as a blocker, but he also adjusts the formation of the whole party by having him in, and it is, yeah, valuable. I still never equipped the speed ring gun. Okay. Weird little situation going on. Nice crit. I'm going to put Domingo right here. My hope is this is high enough to trigger the aggro of the Belials. I'm not sure if it is. We'll see. This is all kind of, I'm kind of making this up now. Remember how I said everything's scripted? Well, it turns out there's still some things that could go wrong. Down? Nice! Yeah, we're... Oh, okay. We need to boost Pele on this turn. So we save. Move over about here. That's fine. And boost Pele. On the next turn, we're going to boost Balbaroy. Because I'm afraid to lose boost right now, I'm just going to attack with the halberd. It is a really good fight. I wish it had gone the way that I had wanted. So I drop Max's sword. He has no need for swords anymore. My goal is to keep Domingo alive at this point, so I'm using the healing seed on him. This works. Eternal, thank you for the follow. So now we got a nice little formation. We're going to send Balbs right up to this level, and we're going to boost... We're going to boost Balbs. I need to be careful here. I could have taken care of that Belial. I'm hoping that this Blaze 3 gets Tau Blaze 4. Nice. That will do it. It didn't do it! I am actually kind of shocked. We might have to buy a couple more healing seeds for poor old Domingo here. Uh-oh. All right, listen. We're gonna do this. This is what we used to do. I don't like it. We gotta do it. Couple battles go sideways, no big deal. Yeah, you're right. All right, we'll kill this Belial. This should get to level 10, which will be Blaze 4. So that's the goal. Get to level 10, so you have Blaze 4 to make this fight easy peasy. Now, we gotta do a couple of moves of setup now, so it's like, yeah, it's not, this isn't ideal. We're gonna drop the power staff, and we're gonna search and get the shower of cure, and the chest to the right is the white ring. So let's just stay here. We're burning a turn. Burn a turn. Max goes up. We need him to get the black ring. One more turn. And now we will attack on Tao's turn. Okay. Tau needs to Blaze 4 from the left-hand side. Michelle is going to bolt back. Tau should survive. If she doesn't, that's unlucky. You'll have to revive her. Just stay with Henri. Domingo's going to head right here to be the target of the aggro of the Doolahans if one of them were to outturn Pele for some reason. Valboroy's turn. We're going to attack. You need to save. I forget about that chest. The chest is, you can't fly over it. So you need to make sure you fly up and around it. Pele's turn. You save. Because you want to save on boss attacks because of the high evasiveness of it. You could not save there and potentially save 15 seconds. But if you miss, then you're going back to Valboroy's save. And then you have to do Valboroy's attack again and la-di-da. So, good hit. Battle over. Everything kind of went crazy, but hey, at least we got through it. Okay, we're gonna watch a Michela battle 6-4 that goes correctly. In the tutorial video, we saw Pele get a crit on one of the gargoyles, which broke the formation, which required Tau to stick around for one extra turn. Normally, this battle is much more smooth if that doesn't happen. And plus the odds of, you know, Pele critting the gargoyle that we need to stay in the formation, it's just, it was really unlucky, and it set Tao back too far to catch up. So what we want the fight to look like is what we're about to watch. So let's do that. And I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit. Okay, we move Tau to that spot to prevent a situation from occurring where if the first gargoyle turns but decides to muddle, it breaks a formation. And so we put Tao in this position, putting her slightly at risk. But for the most part, what happens in this video is what usually will happen. So the gargoyles just all start funneling in, and only one of them gets into range of Domingo, and it chooses to muddle Domingo, which is great because muddle does nothing. Otherwise, so I mean, this happened almost exactly how mine did, though Tao did get attacked in mine, but I believe she dodged, so no harm done. Halberd is used. It damages everyone appropriately. And Tao will finish off with a Blaze 2. You send Max to the left. His job is to pick up the black ring and pick up the evil ring. But in the opposite order. Pick up the evil ring and then the black ring. Blaze 2 is all that's necessary here. And you want to freeze 3 the 2 bow riders. And then Domingo will clean up just those 2 units. That's a pretty late level for me. I mean, this is Cloud, but I'm normally looking for Henri to have learned Bolt in the last battle. And Valve should have no problem out-turning that bow rider. The remaining one goes in for the melee kill. Now start sending Pele. In the tutorial, I had to keep Tao here to finish off the last gargoyle. Here we get to see we're going to send Tao, and this is really the fastest way to do this fight. The positioning is pretty specific. Like, you need your units to hit these specific marks, especially when you get into range to try to start attacking the Master Mages. You need to make sure that you attack them in these very specific spots, because we're setting up for the next couple moves, kind of like chess. We know where the Belials are going to land, so we need Tao to be in a very specific spot so she can just be in range to hit. So you'll see that shortly. You don't need to prep with Domingo here. Pele should be strong enough to one-shot this Master Mage with the halberd equipped. Pele's got to punch a hole through the defenses. Here it is. Beautiful. Speed by 3. So now, pay attention to the positioning because it's very important. Our goal is to get rid of the Master Mages. The High Priest is sort of harmless. He could really mess us up with Henri, maybe like with a double attack and a crit. But for the most part, it should be totally fine. You freeze 3 from right above Tao and kill off the Master Mages. Good. So Domingo is going to be the bait for the Belials. We save and quit here because we're starting the boosting right now. Now, we hope that Pele hits here. The High Priest has an abnormally high chance to dodge, so all we can do is hope. Victory! Toughest boss in the game. Just kidding. Max goes and picks up the Evil Ring. Tao moves all the way left to get this far-reaching Belial. Henri moves to this very specific spot so she can freeze 3, and then on the next turn be in range to pick up the Shower of Cure. Domingo wants to attack from above here, because we're trying to attract the attention of the other Belial. Nice level up right before 7-1. Now Domingo's job is just to boost himself here, and then on the next turn he's going to grab the Sword of Light. So make sure he has the open spot for it. If he doesn't, you have to drop something. Max starts heading up towards the Black Ring chest. Tao can just blaze for this Belial, take care of it. And on the next turn, we're engaging Michaela. It's that fast. Straight on up to get the Shower of Cure. If Henri has one more spot open, she can grab the White Ring. Technically, Max doesn't need it for survival, but it might come in useful for healing, especially in 7-1. I think that's the only time I end up using the White Ring. So up to you if you want to get it or not. I believe Cloud chooses not to. And we start the turn. Come to the side. Tao's gonna get hit by the bolt, but she should be fine. Yeah, you could grab the White Ring there. Freeze 2 just to make sure that you do enough damage. Balbs and Pele together should do enough damage, but if you want to just be sure, do a Freeze 2. And then you're never... You can't go back. And on the next... Michaela does regenerate every round, so in my book it's like better safe than sorry. Unless you know for 100% that every time you're going to kill. Yeah. Got to save and quit for the boss attacks because Michaela has incredibly high evasiveness. Bam. And that is how 6-4 is supposed to go. Thanks to CloudCarry for the video. And that'll do it. Yeah, like Cloud said, I probably will try going back to that. Maybe not going back to that, but maybe just pulling up that fight on YouTube as part of like an addendum to these strategies.